Hello guys and welcome to my new video. It's release day and set 8 Reign of Jafar is finally here. As your favorite deck builder, I've spent quite some time in the deck building kitchen and brewed up 8 new and old decks with some spice additions from the new set, just for you. As you know, I love to build decks, try new cards, try new combos and new mechanics, how they work out. And now, without further ado, let's dive into the decks, let's go! The first deck I want to cover is an Amber Steel Bold Ready deck, focusing on one card, Bold Super Dog. Whenever you ready him, you gain 1 lore for each undamaged character you have in play. And you have quite some possibilities to ready Bold. Not only at the beginning of your turn, we have 3 copies of Sven from set 5. Whenever you play him, you can ready a character of your choice. He can't quest or challenge for the rest of the turn, and we run 3 copies of the new Goofy. He's a legendary card, and at the end of your turn you can heal up 1 damage from each of your characters and ready each character you healed up this way. So if you manage to put some damage on Bold, play Goofy, you can heal him up immediately and maybe gain some lore from readying Bold again. Another addition to the deck is the new DINO shift line. The 1-cost DINO and the 4-cost DINO, which can be shifted with just 2 ink in turn 2. He's a 4/3, quests for 2, and when he's undamaged, he has resist +2. He's a pretty good answer to Lemon Lime aggro decks, take out the 0/4 characters with ease, and pretty much take no damage from any challenge doing so. We also run as a 1-drop Cindy, the Singer, and the standard Steel removal song with Strength of Raging Fire and Let the Storm Rage On. Another addition from the new set is the new Lady. She's a 3-cost character, quests for 2, 2/2 body, and when you play her, you can play a character with cost 2 or less for free from your hand. A nice combo here would be playing Lady and playing a dog for free, drawing 2 new cards, which is pretty awesome. You can spam the board, go wide, and draw new cards. Another and the last addition from the new set is the Dual Ink Bold. He quests for 4, he's a 0/4 body, and he enters play exerted. But you can do like damage on him with one of the Steel songs, play another Goofy, and you can heal him up and ready him. For example, this would be a cool playline, and he's of course a finisher, so your opponent needs an answer for him, otherwise you will quest for 4 next turn. I think this is a pretty cool and solid Amber Steel list, maybe not a Steel song list like you know it, but cool mechanics, cool possibilities to play. You should check them out. All deck lists from this video will be in the video description below, and we hop on to the next deck. As a regular viewer on my channel, you know Blurple is one of my favorite decks to play, and I tried to develop the list from set 7 with some spice additions from the new set 8. I put in 4 copies of Monstro. He's a real monster whale. 8-cost, inkable character, a body of 6 strength, 8 willpower, he quests for 2 and he has rush. And another ability. Whenever you discard a card from your hand, you can ready him, and he can't quest for the rest of the turn, but he can still challenge or sing songs. So this is a very cool addition to the deck, since you have a lot of card draw options in the deck with Genies, Finders Keepers, Friends on the Other Side, Gusto, and the Popsicle. You draw endless cards with the deck and can abuse Monstro's ability. Your main goal with the deck is still ramp on turn 2 with Tipo or Sail the Azurite Sea, going straight forward to your 4-drop character, and you might ramp another time to get early access to Monstro or one of your high strength characters like Gaston or Hades. Another addition from the new set is 2 copies of Into the Unknown. It's a 3-cost inkable song, Dual Ink, and you can put the exerted characters into its player's inkwell. It's basically a cheaper Let It Go, but with a certain condition: the character you target has to be exerted. This version of Blurple had some issues with like really fast aggro decks, but with Into the Unknown you could play like turn 1 Popsicle Bell and in turn 2 you have access to the 3-cost song. You can sing it with Belle already and like target Daisy, a Merfolk or another aggro character already exerted on your opponent's board. The rest of the deck stays pretty much the same as it was in set 7. We have the evasive Iago, we have genies for card draw, we have the big bell to shift damage, and of course 5-cost Elsa is always in our purple decks. I think Blurple is in a very good position in set 8, and also after rotation I think Blurple will be one of the best decks to play. So you might get your hands on 4 copies of Monstro, sleeve Blurple up and try it to get a few reps in and practice with the deck, because I think Blurple, yeah, will be very good next set and in this also. So check the video description, there you find the deck list, and we jump to the next deck. With every set release I try to build a cool and functional green-blue list. It hasn't worked so far, but I think in this set it could work. This deck focuses on Floodborn characters. We run 18 Floodborn characters like Clarabelle, Hiro Yamada, Baymax and Cogsworth back from set 2. And we also have 2 new spicy additions to this deck. We have Gogo Tomago. She's a 4-cost dual-link character, 3 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 2. She has shift 4, evasive, and her other abilities. When you use shift to play her, you can put a character of your choice into its player's inkwell. With the 2-cost Tamago, we have a very viable and playable shift target for her, and she adds the number of Floodborn characters in this list to 18, which is very important for this guy, Fred. He is a 7-cost inkable character, 5 strength, 6 willpower, quest for 3. He has shift 5, and his ability, whenever he quests, you reveal the top card of your deck until you reveal a Floodborn character. If so, you put this into your hand and shuffle the rest of the cards back into your deck. I think this can be a really cool card, like a game closer. He quests for 3, and you can put like a Clarabelle, a Baymax, a Cogsworth back into your hand, and you lose no cards because you shuffle the rest back into the deck. We also run the shift target for the big Fred. 3-cost inkable, 2/3, quest for 2, and when you play him you can banish an item. I think overall this deck can be very viable and playable in set 8. We have a lot of removal options with You're Welcome, Let It Go, the new Gogo Tomago, and the potential of drawing a lot of cards with big Clarabelle. I will sleeve this deck up, try it, and hopefully green-blue will be viable in set 8. The deck list, as always, in the video description below, and we are on to the next deck. I already had 7 decks built and was looking for an 8th one and came across this combo orientated color combination. It's an Amber Amethyst combo deck which can win the game in 1 turn. It focuses on one combination of 4 cards: Monstro, the new Donald Duck, Alan von Dale, and We Know the Way. What's also important in the deck is to find your ramp decks to get access to all those big cost characters like Monster and Donald earlier, and so you might be able to win the game in turn 6 or 7. If this deck gets viable, I will probably do a short deck guide on it, but let's talk about the combination because it's really fun. I tried it online already, and yeah, you can really win the game in 1 turn. The first puzzle piece for the 1-turn kill combination is Alan Adale. He's a 4-cost inkable character, 2 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 2, and his ability says whenever you play a song, you gain 1 lore. The second puzzle piece is Monstro. I already covered it in the last deck. He's a 8-cost inkable character, 6 strength, 8 willpower, quest for 2. He has a rush, and whenever you discard a card from hand, you can ready him. He can't quest for the rest of the turn, but you can still challenge or sing songs. The third puzzle piece is the new super rare Donald. He's an 8-cost inkable character, 4 strength, 8 willpower. His first ability is not so important for this build. For every Nephew's piggy bank you have in play, you pay 2 ink less to play this character, but his second ability is what we're looking for. When you play this character, all your other characters have the ability, exert them and draw a card. And the last puzzle piece you need for the one turn kill combination is We Know the Way. It's a 3-cost inkable song and it says shuffle one card from your discard into your deck, reveal the top card of your deck. If it has the same name as the card you just shuffled into the deck, you can play it for free, otherwise put it into your hand. Now you might ask yourself what you need to do to pull off this one turn kill combination. For once, you need an Alan from Dale and a monster on board. In the turn you play Donald, you have basically won the game already. You give the ability from Donald to Monstro and you exert him to draw through all your cards until you have only 2 copies of We Know the Way in your hand and an additional card. And then it's pretty easy. You discard 1 We Know the Way with Monstro, ready him, sing We Know the Way with Monstro, shuffle We Know the Way into your deck, which is basically only 1 card. You reveal the top card of your deck, it's We Know the Way, you can play it for free, then you can shuffle the other We Know the Way back on top of your deck, reveal it again, play it for free. And whenever you play a song, you gain 1 lore from Alan from Dale, and you do this combination until you've won the game. What other things you have to be careful about to pull off this combination? Find your ramp card with Lantern and Heart of Atlantis. Protect your Alan from Dale when you have him on board. Try to dig early through your deck with your 1-drop cantrip characters, Cusco, Rapunzel for card draw, and Finders, Keepers, and Friends on the other side. Try to find your key cards and puzzle pieces for your combination, Monstro and Donald. And then, if you manage to stick an Alan and Monstro on the board, you just need to play Donald and then you've basically won the game. To protect your key cards on board, we have 2 copies of Bare Necessities to discard certain removal options from your opponent's hand. If this deck idea sounds fun to you, sleeve it up. You will find the deck list in the video description below. And I think I will work further on this list because I like the idea of such a one turn kill combination. And we are already jumping to deck number 5. Ruby Steel Challenger got some upgrades and we have some new toys to play with. I will only cover this deck very briefly because I will release an update to my Ruby Steel deck guide next week. Looking at the list, it's a very low to the ground list, topping at 5 ink, main card draw engine, as always, our friend Dog, and we got some cool new combinations. I will spoil you before my guide coming next week. The new 3-drop Mushu is a power horse and he opens up so many cool playlines. He's a 3-cost inkable character, 2 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 1, and his ability says when you exert him, a character of yours gains rush this turn. Just to give you 2 examples of playlines you could pull off with 3-drop Mushu. In turn 4, you play the new Steel Stitch. He's a 4-cost inkable character, 3 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 1, and whenever he banishes a character in a challenge, you draw a card and gain 1 lore. And another cool combination is with the new Mulan. She's a 4-cost uninkable character, 3 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 0 lore because she is reckless, she has evasive, and she can attack ready characters. So imagine dropping a 3-drop Mushu and turn after you play the new Dual Ink Mulan rushing into an evasive ready character. Cool, isn't it? If you like the idea of Red Steel Challenger decks, give this deck a try and make sure you subscribe to my channel because I will release an updated guide on Ruby Steel Challenger next week and put in some work and new deck ideas and variations of this color combination. So let's move on to deck number 6. Lemon Lime Doggo, and this color combination got some huge upgrades with set 8 Reign of Jafar. For once we have the 1-drop lady. She is a 0/3 dual link character, quest for 1, and for each character you play she gains plus 1 strength, and when she has 3 strength, she quests for 3 lore, which is pretty impressive, and you have quite some cards in the deck you can play to ramp up her strength to make sure she quests for 3 each turn. For example, the 2-drop Tramp from set 7, we have Perla in the deck, she has support to give 3 strength to another character, or Cricky, the 5-cost character who boosts up every character on your side of the board. We also run 4 copies of the new 3-drop Lady. We already covered her in the Amber Steel deck. She's a 2/2 body, quest for 2, and when you play her, you can play a character which costs 2 or less for free from your hand. So you might play her and drop a Daisy, a Go-Go, a Lilo, or even an Ursula. Whatever 1 or 2 cost character you have in hand, you can play for free. And also we have 4 copies of the new powerhouse of this deck, the 6-cost Floodborn Tramp. He's a dueling character, 2 strength, 8 willpower, quest for 2, his shift 4, and his ability says whenever one of your characters gets banished in a turn of your opponent, you draw a card. So this works for himself too, and of course for every other character you have on board. So he's your secondary draw engine besides Rapunzel or the 7-cost Tramp from set 7. I think this deck will be one of the strongest in set 8, probably one of the top 3 decks to play in set 8. So sleeve up your Lemon Lime Doggo deck, get comfortable playing it and playing against it, because I think the stores and the meta will be full of Lemon Lime Doggo deck lists. If you have questions concerning one of my card choices in the deck, I'm always happy to read about it in the comment section below the video. And we are moving on to deck number 7. This deck is more of a fun build. It's a green-red ping-pong deck which is focusing on damaging characters and having huge payoffs of damage characters. What additions have I made for set 8? I have 4 copies of Dormouse. She's a 2-cost inkable character, 1 strength, 2 willpower, quest for 1, and when you play her, you can put 1 damage counter on a character of your choice. You can use her ability to go past resist, or use it for one of your characters like the Queen of Hearts to enable her plus 3 strength, for example, or just ping a big character on the opponent's side and use Ring the Bell to banish it afterwards. What other new toys does this deck have? We have the 4-cost inkable Queen of Hearts. She's a 2/3 character, quest for 3, and her ability says when there are 5 or more damaged characters in play on your side and on your opponent's side, then she quests for additionally 3 lore. So your main goal is to protect her, damage as many characters as possible on the entire board, to quest for 6 lore each turn, and basically win the game in 1 or 2 turns. Another card helping this cause is the new Floodborn Alice. She's a 6-cost inkable character, 2 strength, 6 willpower, and whenever she quests, you put a damage counter on every other character, on yours and your opponent's. So she helps a lot to gain 5 damage characters on the board, so Queen of Hearts can quest for a lot of lore. Other card to run in this deck is 4 copies of Morph, which is a good shift target for all the Floodborn's character we have in the deck, like Clarabelle, Queen of Hearts, or Alice. Our main card draw engine in this deck is the big Clarabelle or the Mad Hatter from set 7. He draws a card whenever a damaged character challenges another character. The rest of the deck is pretty straightforward, with some rush characters, damaging characters, and removals with Brawl. Overall, I think this deck is more of a fun build, but I think you can still surprise some of your opponents if you bring it to your local game store and play it in your weekly league or some more competitive tournaments. And we already made it to the final deck for today, deck number 8. It's an Ember Sapphire list, and as soon as I saw the card Down in New Orleans, which is a 6-cost uninkable song, and it says look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal item, location or character cost with 6 cost or less and play it for free. Put the rest of the cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. I wanted to build a deck with this color combination because it synergizes so well with the Prince Naveen Singer and has potential to be one of the best cards in the entire set Reign of Jafar. We have a lot of 6 cost characters you could play for free when singing down in New Orleans. We have the 6 cost Tematoa, we have Kid Cloud Kicker, the new Sergeant Calhoun Bodyguard, and we also have some 5 cost characters worth playing for free. Big Cogsworth, Baymax, and the set for Minnie Mouse. She can banish a character with strength 5 or more when played. We also run some removal options with Let It Go and 4 copies of MacDuck Manor, which is also worth playing it for free. I think this is not the end of the list. I will develop this list further because I like the deck. I tested it a little bit online so far and it's a lot of fun. It's crucial to find your turn 2 ramp with Tipu and sail the Azeroth Sea, as in almost every blue deck. To pull off this combination in turn 3 already, have the chance of going wide early in the game and pressuring your opponent of gaining a lot of lore at the beginning of the game and not letting him build up a board himself. I think I will work on this list further to develop it and to make it viable to play competitively. As always, I will put this deck list in the video description below, and I hope you have fun testing out and playing my IKEA Meatballs list. So that's it for today. I hope you like the decks I built for you. Let me know in the comment section below which list you like the most. If you are new to the channel, expect more English content on my channel here. Leave a subscribe, leave a like on the video. I'm always happy about new viewers and viewers coming back to my channel for my videos. And yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Flokki.